A battle for division supremacy. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got 1 versus 2 in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the home of the reigning Super Bowl champs, we are inside a sold-out and absolutely rocking Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4 quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Collins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The numbers for Collins last week, 11 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East. But as it stands now, Charles, they'd still have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're looking up at slots 1 and 2.
But when the season began, they said, let's win our division first,
that's right?
That's the bottom line that gets you into the playoffs or the tournament, as a lot of the guys like to call it. So they're in. They'll host that first round, and then they'll see where it goes from there. But bottom line, as always, get into the playoffs and take your chances from there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Marino off of play action. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Marino. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, break. 52. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Marino here from the gun. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he fires one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line. 13 games going on here in this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Marino eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From a yard out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our halftime report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Jones has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it ends with a New England touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Marino escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver. He got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Marino to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. From the red zone now, Marino on 1st down. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Marino sets up, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and goal, Marino flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Here's Marino, flushed out right. He may try, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. 20. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
A try here for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is for the moment. The 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
Or nervousness, both ways.
Either way, but you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness and played well and didn't play well. Because look, if you go in without that edge, and to this game has an edge to it, doesn't it? Then you're really not going to perform that well.
2nd and 5, escaping the pressure right, throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Sliding out of the pocket, and this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Delayed give to Collins. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. 53. Bandit. Bandit.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They had an opportunity for a big play there. Quite a letdown to not be able to hold on to that football.
And with the loosening of the end zone celebration rules, you think maybe he might have been thinking to himself, I'm going to be able to do a big-time dance right here.
And a lot of space around him. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins now down 28-21. 1:17 remains. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He'll look to throw.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Marino, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And some room to maneuver. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Patriots, they will indeed finish over 500.